Hey, this is Deepak here from digitaldeepak.com. And in this video, I want to talk about how you should be saving money as an entrepreneur. If you are in a job and if you are consistently getting a monthly salary, maybe investing money in mutual funds, gold, or maybe buy a flat and pay EMI thinking that you are investing in real estate, maybe all those things might be a good idea. But if you are an entrepreneur, I prefer that you should be saving all your money in fixed deposits or just put it in the savings account. So savings account and fixed deposit will give you the least amount of returns over a period of time. But it is very important to save enough money for personal expenses for at least 3 to 5 years just in savings and FD. Now, why do I tell that? Because as an entrepreneur, you will have cycles in your business. Sometimes your business will be performing very well. When it is performing very well, you should be taking some money out of it and putting it into your savings so that you have some runway for your personal expenses. Because after a few years, the business might get into a cycle where, because of a recession or increasing interest rates and fear of inflation or whatever chaos that is happening in the financial world right now, so changes in the market conditions and the economy will start affecting you in a way that you will not be able to go ahead and withdraw a good amount of salary from your own business. In such a case, you might have to go for 6 months, 1 year without withdrawing any money from your business so that whatever money you are generating in the business, you are reinvesting in the business for the health of your business. And during that time, you can tap into your savings. One of the simplest ways to do your savings is that put the fixed deposits in monthly units. So let's say your monthly expense is 1 lakh. For some people, it might be 50,000. For some people, it might be 2 lakh per month in personal expenses if they have a family, kids, car EMI, house EMI, and things like that. But whatever it is, let's assume that your monthly expense is 1 lakh INR per month. So now go ahead and put a fixed deposit in such a way that it gets liquidated on the first of a month. So let's assume that you are in a job right now and it is January right now. You are planning to quit your job by December and you want to start your entrepreneurship journey from the January of next year. So put the fixed deposit in such a way that it gets liquidated on the 1st of the January of next year. So let's say you have saved up some 3 lakhs. So put the FD and put the maturity date as January 1. And then put another FD unit, put the maturity date as February 1. Put another FD unit, put the maturity date as March 1. So what will happen is that by December, when you are quitting your job, from January, February, March, you will keep getting like consistent income getting liquidated from your fixed deposit and deposited into your savings account. And what this helps you do is that it kind of creates an artificial salary effect, right? So if you are just getting started as an entrepreneur, at least for 1 year, you cannot expect to withdraw a significant salary from your own business because the business is like a baby. So whatever extra money that you are generating as profits should be reinvested back into the business for the growth of the business rather than you being a liability to your business where you are withdrawing money from your business, right? So let's say you have a runway of 1 year, then you can focus on your business, and in business suddenly there will be a month or two where you will be making profits. Take all that money, put fixed deposits in such a way that you start earning more years, right? So if you have done this for let's say 3 to 5 years, so if it is 3 years, then it is 36 lakhs. If it is 5 years, it's going to be like 60 lakhs. So if you have 60 lakhs in income, do not go and put that 60 lakhs in real estate, stocks, or wherever where liquidation is not possible. Because if you put money in stocks and the stocks are volatile and in the short term it starts going down, then you cannot withdraw money at a loss, because if it goes into an emergency, you might have to withdraw that money, right? If you put it in real estate, you cannot sell 10% of your real estate property to get some money out of it. So let's say you buy a real estate property for 1 crore. You put 60 lakhs into it, 40 lakhs you put as loan. Now the loan EMI will also be a burden for you, which means that monthly you have to keep paying the EMI. And also from the 1 crore property, if you just want 10 lakhs out of it, you will not be able to take that 10 lakhs out because you have to sell the entire property. And if the market goes down and the price of the real estate goes down and you don't find a buyer immediately, then it kind of becomes a slavery and an obligation that you have to keep paying the EMIs for it, right? So 3 to 5 years is what I would recommend depending on your risk appetite. If you think that 3 years is more than enough, if you have very good confidence about your business, at least 3 years in cash save up, because once you start doing business and if day in and day out you are worrying about the next month's personal expenses, you will not be able to focus on your business at all. You can only focus on your business if the personal expenses is taken care of, right? It might include your electricity bill, phone bill, house rent. Maybe you have some helpers in the house, you are paying some money for it. So whatever miscellaneous expenses you have just for the survival, you put that much money in proper fixed deposit, and your parents, your relatives, all these people. So if you have like some 40-50 lakhs of cash, immediately the people around you will be like, don't keep it in savings account, don't keep it in FD. Go ahead and buy some property out of it. The moment you buy the property or moment you buy a car or something like that, you will kind of become enslaved into it, and you can't withdraw the money when you want. And also what happens is that, yes, there might be a chance that this particular investment grows at 15% per year while your FD is growing only at 7% or 8% per year. But at the same time, when you put money in stocks, you will keep feeling like, hey, let me check my stock portfolio. Let me check the worth of it. Hey, it looks like things are going up. Should I sell right now? Oh, it looks like things might be going down. Should I buy right now? All this confusion starts happening, and this is taking away creativity, time and energy from your business, which you should be investing just in your business. Like for example, right now I have kind of cleaned my finances so much. I do not own any real estate properties, because even if you own a real estate property, you have to pay property taxes for it. If it is a flat in a community, you have to pay maintenance for it. If you are not living in that particular flat and the flat is somewhere else, then you have to rent it out. If you rent it out, you have to manage the tenant. The tenant might have some complaints. Array, toilet is not working, this is not working, please fix this, please fix that. And if the tenant is not paying you money on time, then you have to go ahead and call them, follow up with them. All this takes up a lot of mental space, and all this is an opportunity cost for you to do business and make money, right? So right now I am put a bunch of money aside for my personal expenses and whatever monthly expenses I have just for the living cost, and I have like a few years of runway. That's it. Everything else I am investing back into the business, creating content, creating websites. Sometimes I buy premium domain names as well, and if I have money more than this, then maybe I will start saving it up, and at some point I might buy a house for myself. But right now I do not own a house for myself. I do own a car. I pay EMI for it. I can afford it right now, and I feel like I need a car because I keep traveling to Salem and back, Chennai and back, and I love driving. So I feel it's a good investment for me in my personal situation. But you have to decide it for yourself, right? If you increase your personal obligations thinking that you are saving money and investing money in a proper way, this might not work for an entrepreneur. This might not work for a startup guy. And especially if you are in a job thinking of quitting and starting something of your own, never buy houses. Houses are a great pain. It is good to just rent the house and live there temporarily. The rent might fluctuate, it might get stagnated at some point, but do not hesitate paying rent. It's okay to pay rent, while your parents and relatives might be like, instead of paying rent, you could buy the house and pay EMI, it will become an asset. No, yes, but it will also take away your mental peace. It will take away risk-taking ability. If you are in a job paying some 1 lakh a month in EMI for your car and your house, and you have to stay in your job, right? You can't quit and start a business. And even if you start a business, if you have to bleed the business of 1 lakh a month to pay your EMIs, then the business will not grow, and the business will always be stressful. So whatever money I take from my business just for my personal expenses and a little bit more for my future for personal expenses, when I make profits, everything else is reinvested into the business. And that is one of the reasons that the Digital Deepak brand has grown so much so far, right? So I hope you take this advice. If you are an entrepreneur or want to start something of your own, this is the personal finance strategy that will work for you. And do not take advice from other people who are not entrepreneurs, right? Your parents, teachers, relatives, cousins, don't take their advice because they are not entrepreneurs. If I am an entrepreneur and you want to become an entrepreneur, you have to take advice from me. And I do the same. I take advice from other people. And this strategy is also told by my mentor. And he said that always have cash reserves, because cash reserves gives you peace of mind. Peace of mind gives you creativity. Creativity gives you business growth and profits. And that is the best investment. I will see you in the next video. Go ahead and like this video if you liked the message. Subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below this video. I read every comment personally and I will respond to each and every comment. So I want to know what you think about this personal finance strategy for entrepreneurs. I will see you in the next video, and bye-bye.